Hello everyone, this is Tivek and welcome to this TerrafirmaCraft tutorial series. So, before I start, I thought I'd show you what I am running right now. I have some mods. Well, it's not a lot. It's just Optifine, Chicken Core, that's needed for not enough items, Forge, obviously, Smart Move, TerrafirmaCraft, obviously, and Ray's Minimap. These are the ones that we're going to run with. I am running a texture pack. It's faithful with the TerrafirmaCraft add-on. You can get that from the forum, so just drop by and check there. But let's get started, shall we? I'm running TerrafirmaCraft. And spelling is difficult. Number 48G. Alright. I'm not going to run with any specific seed. Just gonna hit create new world and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna show you the basics, how to get started and what to do in the first couple of days. And our first goal is going to be getting some above ground tools like axes, hoes, spears, well, javelins, anything so we can defend ourselves. Alright, I'll be back once the world has generated. And the world has generated. Awesome. So, some introductions. For those of you who don't know, this mod is TerrafirmaCraft, and it's a total bear conversion made by Biox, and it aims to make the game a bit more interesting. Let me just say it like this. If you're used to vanilla Minecraft gameplay, you probably will find that TerrafirmaCraft is a lot different. Okay, so if you do want to check it out and test it, I'll put a link in the description of this video. It's over on TerrafirmaCraft.com, and yeah, it's fairly easy to get started with it, so it's difficult to master though. So yeah, I recommend it. Anyhow, let's get started with this. I'm just running around like a madman right now because I'm trying to find a few things that we're gonna need. And I'm not sure that this area here is going to be the best of starts for us, but just for the sake of it, since I might be running around, let's start with the first basics. We're gonna need some form of weapon because, as you saw, there was a bear. And there are still zombies and stuff like that, so we don't want that to kill us. And the best way to do this is to make javelins. This is usually the first item I make. Maybe sometimes I use the axe first, but you need sticks. And I was lucky, I got a stick on the first leaf that I destroyed. You destroy leaves like you would destroy any block, and that will give you sticks and sometimes saplings. Let me see what I can get. I hope for a sapling so that I can show you. There are different types of trees, by the way. So this tree here, I think it might be aspen, ash, I'm not sure. We'll see if I get a sapling. I might not get one though. They have different properties. Of course I didn't get a sapling, so let's go to the next one of the same kind. And we'll get more into that later. It's not really something you need to worry about in the beginning. Just don't deforest the place. There is a reason for this, and I'll show you why later. So, I'm gonna keep hitting this tree until I get a sapling. There should be a sapling at least. Could I get one, please? I did say please now, didn't I? Yay! And it's sycamore. Alright, sycamore is a soft tree, and it's pretty easy to break it, but I'm gonna need some stuff for that. Oh, yeah. These little buttons that you see on the ground here, that's rock. Rocks, you're gonna need a bunch of them. They're the ones you use to construct basic weaponry, basic tools, and stuff. And we're gonna need this in the beginning here because combining these like this with a stick gives you a javelin. Let's make two because I tend to get rid of my javelins fairly quickly. Perfect. Okay, so now we're talking. The javelin is a thrown weapon. You can still hit stuff like that, but if you hold the right mouse button and let go, you throw it. Now, it may break if you do that, so just be aware that you might lose your weapon. It's very cheap to make though. Okay, we have a weapon. And I am picking up something else here, as you might see. These little greenish stones. They're actually bismuthinite. Bismuthinite something. It's a form of ore. It's an ore of... I can't for the life of me remember right now. I'm pretty sure it's a bronze thing. Let me see. Bismuthinite is for... bismuth. Yeah, well, it's used to make bronze in the later stages, but for now it's a very simple metal to work with, and we'll get more into metalworking and how that works at a later point. But this area here seems to have a fair deal of bismuth, and it's also granite rock, which is good because granite is a nice building material and is a very hard stone. So I'm gonna continue destroying some of these because we're gonna need to get some form of wood to burn. I wonder if these will give me food. Shall we go deer hunting? I'm just gonna pick up a couple more rocks here because we're gonna need them. So, Tivek, why do you keep on picking up all these rocks again? Well, hopefully finding this. This is sphalerite. Sphalerite is zinc, and it's also a lowest tier material, just like bismuthinite. It's something that is easy to smelt. You can smelt it without having any advanced stuff. Oh, more of it. Which means that I can smelt it in a normal fire. Okay, fire. How do you make that? Well, not so difficult. Shall we set up a fire? I need to cook food soon anyhow. And I was hoping that I could kill a deer if I sneak up on it. It's a swimming deer. It died. Didn't seem to drop anything I could use though. No. Nothing. That's unfortunate. Just gonna have to continue because I need to find cows and sheep. I need a bed. Because when night falls, we'll have some serious problems. I can promise you that. I'm just checking the map here to see what we have in front of us. Got some weird temperature glitches going here. It's a development version, so there might be bugs. We found marble. Hey, that's interesting. This area here, I might wanna return here later. And more sphalerite. Okay, so does not look like we have any. Whoa! I almost fell in there. Interesting. I can't see any ores visible though, which is a bit sad. I was hoping for that. But can't get everything, can I? So I'm just headed into this forest here. I think it's a forest. Yes. And hopefully I will find myself some meat-producing animals. As you saw when I threw that spear at that deer, I got it back. Whoa, that's some lag. I'm not sure what my computer is doing right now. Oh, hello, pig. There's a small one, though. Is that just a small pig? Yeah, I might not want to kill that one. Okay, this area here is full of sycamore, and we have... Is that marble as well? Yes, it's marble rocks. So this might actually be a place to get started in. We have a lot of the things that we need. So, let's do that. To get started, we're gonna need some firewood, and I'm gonna get some more sticks. We got another sapling, that's awesome. Awesome. Plenty of sticks, and I just picked up maple saplings, which is a very good thing. So I'm actually gonna cut down some sycamore and some maple, which is why I'm running here getting more saplings, because I like to replant. Some of these grow really slowly, some of them grow really fast. Sycamore is a fast growing tree. Maple is not, so cutting them down is not actually a good plan, but we need it, so because it's starting to get very, very dark. Sun is setting, so let's hurry up a little bit here. I'm gonna show you the next step. If you put two rocks of the same kind, you get another rock of the same kind. Well, this is the way you start the interface for knapping. You can shift click or just click and move away, or just click and stack up to sort of whittle away at the stone. So you can see I still have this shape here, and if I do that shape that I have here, I get a stone axe head. I'll do this a lot of more times, so don't worry. I put that in with my sticks, and I get an axe. So let's chop this tree down. Awesome. We'll get a few of these. Alright, well, I'm going to be in trouble here because it's night. I need to find a defendable position. There are no defendable positions nearby. Oh, I just cut down a tree that I didn't check. That was ash. That's alright. Tools really break fast in this, so you might need to make more of them if you go wild on cutting down trees like I am right now. Okay, it's time to make fire. Just this last one. This is a fairly easy defendable position. Okay, fire. We're gonna need to make a fire starter, just 2 sticks in a diagonal like that. You can also make it like that, and you get a fire starter. Then you throw 3 sticks, I believe, 1, 2, 3 on the ground in the same square, and right click with the fire starter. And hopefully you get the fire started. If you don't, just keep going. It's not easy getting a fire started, I can assure you that. There we go! I have a fire! Now let's feed this some ash. Okay, this is the interface for the fireplace. Items in the left-hand slot is the fuel items. Here is what you need to heat up, what you cook. And this is where the... I don't know actually what this is for, but everything that you warm in the fire will end up here. So for instance, if I put sticks in there, just one at a time, I will get torches, which is good, because I'm gonna need a few. Okay, so I'm gonna make a couple of torches like this. We don't need much more of that, but I want to light this area up a bit out here so that we don't get any nasties nearby. Oh, that is what I think it is. I'll be a very happy one. I'm cutting down this tree just because I want to see what I'm doing here. Now, it would have been a very nice thing to find sheep, but we did not this day. Oh, these are willows, so that's awesome. I'll tell you why in a bit. But, for starters, let's craft a few things. With the wood in there and an axe, I can make planks. Let's make 4 sycamore planks. These stack up to make the standard Minecrafty plank that you remember from the normal game. This is a very useful little block. We can use them to make home. But the first thing I want to make is a crafting table, because we're gonna need that eventually. So we'll put that there. And I'm gonna wait out the night here by picking up some rocks. Did I actually switch this on to a difficulty level? It's on normal. That's fair enough. I'm gonna show you the next little thing. If I put 2 rocks in here, back to the knapping interface, I'm gonna make a shovel. And you do a shovel like this. So 1, 2, 3 wide. Then you make a little handle at the end. Stone shovel head. Easy, isn't it? Yeah, I thought so. So let's dig a trench. It's a 2 wide trench to get rid of any creepers that arrive. I don't want them sneaking up on me. We're still gonna have to fight skeletons like this, but it'll work. Dig out some defenses. Fortified hill. But Tivek, why don't you just build a house? Well, I could do that, but I'm not sure I want to settle here. And building a house is a very, very expensive process. You need a lot of items for it. And I'm not sure I want to spend these items just yet. So let's... Ah, and the shovel broke. As you can see, shovels don't last a long time at all. So, let's make another one. You'll get used to these recipes. I thought they were hard to remember first, but make a couple of 100 of them and, well, you will soon figure it out very quickly. Okay, I hear a zombie. So I'm gonna dig this out here. This really puts survival back into the game, really. It's a challenge. You don't have everything served and easy for you. You don't have weapons from day one, really. The javelin is only so good. Let's see. I'm just making a fortified hill like this. And we can make a sort of sheltered place up here. Perfect. Fortified hill. Let's make sort of a dirt wall around here. Eventually we can improve on this or even build something more permanent, but for now this will do. And I won't have enough material for this, but hey, it doesn't really matter. Perfect. So, as you can see here, the fire is slowly dying now. That's fine. Can live with that. And yeah, let me see if we can get any more done here. We could probably just make a couple more logs. As you can see, ash has another color. It's a reddish plank. And is that the morning light that I see? Yes, it is. Awesome. We survived the first night. So this tree over here, it's a really big tree. That's sequoia, I believe. It's a redwood. It's huge. They don't drop any saplings, and you don't actually get to see them if you cut them down. So I never cut them down. Some people do. They're a very nice source of firewood, but you gotta remember that you can't get any of them back, ever. Just gonna clear this little patch. Perfect. So we're gonna scout around and find a place for me to live later, but how wide is this? Like that. And we can make sort of a little walkway. Alright, this will serve as our first little base, especially since I have willow down here. And I see a creeper. Gonna sneak up on him. There's a skeleton down there. Oh, I got him. And my spear ended up all the way down by that skeleton. Let's make a new one. Just so I have an extra. Actually, let's make another. Today, before we go out, I want to make chests. A couple of them. You make them with these planks, like this. You know the recipe. However, one thing that you will soon notice in TerrafirmaCraft is that chests have changed. You don't have the same kind of storage capacity in them. I'm just gonna dump everything in here except for that axe. These can go in there and these go in there. Torches might be a good plan. Yeah. Okay. Just for the sake of me remembering, let's set a waypoint. Home. Perfect. And let's head down into the swamp. These are willow trees, and you will love them. Hey, lucky. Got a sapling. Let me kill this pig. I think this is a kid, though, so I won't get... Come back. Ah. Yeah, I think this is a young kid, which means that I won't get any resources out of it. Actually, I can't kill them. Oh, I could. And we got meat. Perfect. It's a male and a female. I should probably not kill these guys. And we're gonna need these. And we're gonna need these. Okay. So, there are a few things that you need to look out for when you start a new game. I would like to find sheep so that I can have a bed, so I'll go do that while I'm talking. So, a few things that you need to start looking for. Clay. You need squids, and we have a few here, so let me just kill one. Because you need the ink. And you will need a good supply of look at that, sheep. And this is actually peat. Might be a good plan to stick around this area. The swamp seems to be fairly good, actually. How many sheep do I have here? Please tell me I have enough. Does not look like it. Ow. Oh yes, sometimes these bounce. So that's 2. I need 1 more piece of wool for a bed. The bed recipe has not changed, by the way. Is that a sheep? Oh yes, hello sheep. I'm sorry, but I need your wool. And as luck will have it, I also found clay. This is awesome. Clay is something that you will need a lot of for when you start working with metals. And of course I ran out of my shovel, so let's find ourselves 2 rocks and make a new one. Did I bring any sticks along? No, of course not. I'll get to what each of these items are used for as we get closer to that. Now I'm just getting all the necessaries gathered up so we can get started. It can be tricky to find the clay, but you usually find quite a lot of it. So I'm gonna stay at that and put down a waypoint. Perfect. So that I can easily find where I found the clay. So I think we actually have the basics down. Remember, you punch leaves to get sticks. You also punch leaves to get saplings. You use these little buttons to go into the knapping interface with 2 of these in the crafting grid. And this recipe here makes stone axe. The recipe here makes a shovel. Fairly simple. There is another recipe which I will show you, which I myself have not used so much, but it has uses, so I'll get to these soon. Stone knives. So these are the basics. You now know how to get started in TerrafirmaCraft. Wait, what? Yes, this is all you need to know to get started. However, there are more things you need to know. You remember how to make a fire? No? Okay. Let's make another one, because I'm gonna need a couple. Anyhow, we need sticks. You throw the sticks on the ground. After you've made a fire starter. 2 sticks, diagonal, fire starter. Throw the sticks on the ground, 3 of them will do, and just right click until the fire starts. You might need to make another fire starter. Alright? Why do I need 2 of these? Well, now comes the tedious part. Cooking. Let's get this fire started as well. That's 1 ash in each as an overflow, and I can put in the pork chop. I just shift click, by the way, and they move up here. So it's now warming. It's now hot, and it goes up, up, up to hopefully very hot. Yes. And once it is hot enough, it will pop down as cooked. And I usually have several fires going. Let me just turn that waypoint off. There we go. I usually have several campfires going just because of convenience, and yeah, it helps cooking up larger amounts of food. Alright, I think that's gonna be it for this first tutorial clip. In the next one, we'll be looking for more stuff of this. We're gonna need a fair deal of it, because we're gonna make ourselves 2 tools that will come in handy. a chisel, and a pickaxe. This is the next step, at least the way that I find it most easy way to start out. So that's gonna be the next step, and that's gonna be in the next episode, guys. So see you in the next one, and have a nice one. Bye bye.